So I mentioned that I would point out some more of the evap components to you guys. You can see that this is one of the evap lines coming from the canister, and it runs along the length of the body with the fuel lines. And you can see up there, there's a 3-wire connector with the green and yellow up there. It's not quite focusing, but that is our pressure sensor, fuel tank pressure sensor. So here I have the schematic for the layout of the evap system, and you can see that the evap canister filter is right on the side here, this little filter, and that blue and yellow wire up there, that would be our evap bypass solenoid valve. Okay, so today we have switched to Mr. Collard's Suburban because he has an evap code. Supposedly it's for the gas cap, but we're gonna go into codes here and look at specifically.
We're gonna see if we can go and do the engine codes menu, display codes, all powertrain codes. Okay.
You can see our vent control circuit is low and evap system leak is large. So that leads us to believe that the solenoid cannot be closing. So we're gonna possibly test the voltage to that solenoid and see if it is functioning properly. Okay, so we found a diagnostic table for our P0449 code. That is our solenoid vent valve low circuit code. And so they're gonna turn the key on and command the solenoid. And Andrew is gonna see if he feels or hears a click from that solenoid when Colin commands it.
Continue. All right, it's venting. I'm gonna turn it off. On.
Do it again.
Off.
Yeah, it's clicking.
On. All right.
Okay, so we did confirm that the solenoid is clicking and actuating. So we just completed step 2, and we did confirm that Andrew did hear the solenoid actuating. And so because we did hear it, it's yes, we go to step 3. And what we're trying to do right now, we're looking at freeze frame data for the conditions that the car was under when the first failure occurred. And we're gonna try to replicate that. And so we'll update you guys here in a second. So our diagnostic table told us the next step was to run the evap test for that code. And you can see the ignition failed. And so the diagnostic table led us to, if it does fail, go to step 4. And so what we're thinking we're gonna do next is we're gonna pull out the solenoid valve and test it with a test lamp and see if it is functioning properly.
All right, so we got the smoke machine here. We're gonna hook it up to the old Suburban, but first we gotta make sure it's working correctly. So we hit the button here. We see it's got flow. I put my thumb on it. We got no flow. That's good. Hook it up here. It is 0.01 of a leak, 1/4 of a millimeter. 0.02. Got a little bit. And then this should be our big leak here. It jumps way up there. We got a lot of flow. So what you're about to see is Devin get up on his toolbox and try to ohm out this purge valve right here. We're gonna see if he fails or if he succeeds. Devin.
It's definitely OSHA certified. We definitely got to redo this because we definitely don't have the connectors for this. We definitely need the actual physical connectors because these are not long enough.
No, Devin, stop complaining.
Okay, so after using your toolbox as a step stool, we have concurred that the sensor is got a resistance of 22 ohms, which is in spec. So after hooking up the vehicle to the smoke machine, we were able to determine that it was about 30 thousandths of an inch of a leak, and we determined that's within spec. We ran smoke through it, and we weren't able to see anything. So it's obviously just more of a visual have to look for? Closures, cracks, leaks, anything like that?
When we pulled it in today, after clearing codes last class, we found the code P0449 for our vent solenoid low circuit. And we were under the truck and we inspected the wires and hoses and everything. And we found that we didn't find any problems or chew through wires or disconnections or anything. So, you know, it's an old truck. It has a 30,000th leak on it. So we think that it is acceptable for this truck. It is within spec.